Monty Williams has said that Bojan and Monte Morris will miss the season opener due to injuries. I'm going to be optimistic that these injuries aren't serious and that the Pistons are being cautious. It's a long season. Missing 1 or 2 games isn't that big of a deal, especially at the beginning of the season. I would rather these two guys get healthy and make the returns when they are near or 100%. But how serious, if you know, are these injuries, or are the Pistons just being cautious with these veterans?
I think they're just being cautious. I mean, Bogey's 34 years old. I mean, right now with the way that Asar is playing, you don't necessarily have to go ahead and just insert him in there right now. I think they'll be all right for the first couple of games of the season without that. With Morris, I'm not really sure about. So, like I said, I have to do a little bit more homework on that one. But I haven't heard anything about it being serious. I mean, I just know that today when Monty Williams was asked, are they trending towards playing for the home opener? I mean, for the season opener, he said no. And again, their status is unknown. I think if they missed the first couple of games out of caution, that's fine. Now, if we're going into like 6, 7, and we don't see either one of them, it's like, okay, hey, what's going on here?
Could they? Oh, go on. My bad, Anthony.
Yeah, I had read that like for Morris's injury, it was back spasms.
Yeah,
and like if you've ever had back spasms, like they're so random, and they can last a long time too. Like I don't know. Like for me, like that's kind of worrisome. Bojan coming off an Achilles injury last year.
Yeah.
And then he had a calf injury go up from, practicing too hard in training camp. Like you said, he's 34. So, I mean, I feel like he's got a game that, it's going to age gracefully because he's not like really that athletic. He's just a movement shooter. But I mean, those are two vets I'm sure they're really leaning heavily on. But to your point, there's no rush to really like get them out there with, just the way Asar Thompson has been playing. Just it's absolutely insane, like how good he looks.
I think if anybody you would kind of be worried about anybody coming back first, it would be more so Monte Morris for me, because again, you brought him in here to be that immediate backup to Cade. So I would be worried if he was out, anything longer than the next. I would say if he's not playing by the home opener, I would just be like, okay, what's going on with him? And then, if he is, we'll ask.
Is this still maybe both the guys are healthy, but we know that they're going to have major roles with the Pistons? Could this still be like a tactic for Monty Williams where maybe he's not comfortable, or maybe he still wants to see something from some of the other guys, that he's willing to sit 2 veterans for a couple of games just to see the rest of the roster in larger minutes?
I mean, it's possible. You never know. And again, I'm just going to go back. I'm kind of piggybacking a lot to his comments, but again, he said he still doesn't really know what he has yet after 4 games. He said it's not really enough to get a real pulse on it. And I'm going to go ahead and try to get an article up on that tomorrow morning. But it's still early. It's only 4 games. And when he gets those guys back, I mean, yeah, okay, we'll be able to see what's what. But right now, just continue to see what you have with these young guys while you do have this moment to kind of get to feel them out. I mean, you got the reigning Eastern Conference champions on Wednesday. And after that, you got another young team in the Hornets, and then you got the Bulls at home. I mean, I believe those are 3 good tests for those young guys while they're still out there to see what they're made of. And then after that, if Bogey and Morris are ready and healthy to go, then you can kind of start figuring things out and tinkering with it right there.
So with these 2 guys in their absence for the first game, at least, maybe we'll just say first couple of games, who do you think on the roster takes the most advantage of these 2 absences?
Oh, I believe easily it's going to be Asar.
Okay.
I just think this is really his time, because he's guaranteed basically those starter minutes off of what Monty said today. Now we're just going to be able to see what kind of player he is on both sides of the ball in meaningful games. Not preseason, okay, seeing what the league is about, but now you're going against meaningful competition where all of these games really count towards the end. So I believe Asar Thompson is really going to take advantage of this. And the thing about this, he's ready. I mean, just from my opinion, just talking to him, hearing him, how he breaks down the game, how he thinks about the game, how he now is saying, okay, you know what? And this is just me psychoanalyzing it just off of his comments. Okay, I'm good, and I was good in OTE. Now I got my wake up call. Yeah, I got some things I gotta work on, but I can compete at this level. I'm ready to go out here and show these guys what I'm made of. So I think because of that, from what I got from him, I think he's going to take advantage of this.
Yeah, I think anytime you're third in rebounding in the NBA and you're the only non-center, I know it's preseason, but you're averaging 9 rebounds with a 2 big lineup. And I think not a lot of people were talking about that after the preseason ended. I'm like crunching the numbers. I was like, okay, Andre Drummond, Giannis, Sar Thompson. What the hell? 9.3. Like that's impressive to me. Like it's very like Dennis Rodman-esque, where you're just out hustling and just getting rebounds like that.
9.3 rebounds, and he was almost at a steal per game as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, they need that kind. They need that. If this guy in, let's just say for these first couple of games, if he's able to go anywhere from giving you 15, 17 points, 7, 8 rebounds. I think 9 is still pushing it, but if he gives you 15, 17 points, 7, 8 rebounds, and about a steal a game, I don't know how you pull that guy out the starting lineup.
Yeah,
I just don't. And the thing is, he's his IQ and his effort on both sides of the ball is just it is raw. So yeah. I just don't know how you pull him out if he's playing to that level.